I'm Basic Becca, and you're listening to the 3 Count Podcast.
Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man down, know what y'all like. Hit him with a 3 count. On the top row, crowd already know how I fly him to the...
What up? So, welcome everybody to another edition of the 3 Count Podcast Debate Show. I am your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller, and let's go down the roster. Well, it only appears that myself and, the one that they call JJ Napster, the guy I call Q. What up, though?
Drip driving, got the club vibing, thanking the sidewalks for...
Do you know who I am?
The man who quit last week?
You're not on the payroll anymore.
No. See. What's the deal is this. I run this show, okay? I actually do run this show, okay? I actually do shit here, all right? This is my show. This ain't Now Entering the Ring, all right? So, Cliff, move on the fuck over, okay? You can change your name from the 3 Count Podcast to Red Dog because that is what you are, all right? You are my sidekick to this show. And goddamn it, I will not be upshined and outshined by anybody on this show. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Chaz Evans. I'm the Don, your nephew, your boy, your cousin, the host, the true host of the 3 Count Podcast. Let's go down the roster. Introducing first, he is my tag team partner, and he is the man that seemingly runs this show because I don't do shit, I don't run shit, I just talk shit. He is the Red Dog of Red Dogs. He's got 2 awesome shirts in the background. Go buy that shirt. He is Clifford Red Dog Miller.
That's right. It's the Air Force veteran intel specialist, the one they call Red Dog. And that's right. You see it right there. My new 2 t-shirts. Also, right there, the beanie, the sign, the mask, the hat. You can have it all. All you got to do is just contact me on IG or any other, media platform that you can contact me on. Sold!
And introducing next, he is my little brother, and that is the only reason that he's on this podcast. He doesn't watch any wrestling. He only catches up through YouTube and What Culture and Wrestle Talk, Ollie Davis, Simon Miller, and he's the drip master. Stay dripping on these hoes. He is Drip JJ.
Before I was really interrupted, drip driving, got the club vibing, thanking the sidewalks for keeping me off the streets, chitty banging, studying every day in.
All righty then. We'll work on that one. Well, as you can see, there's only 3 of us here because fuck them other guys, because they're unprofessional as fuck. And that's right. I'm calling them out on the podcast. They probably won't watch it live. They'll catch it tomorrow on the replay, or they'll listen to it on their their weekly commute to work. So fuck Justin Burns, Chris Idol. Fuck Damian Fatal. Fuck Anthony Lujan. I don't give a fuck what they had going on any reason why they're not on the show. Fuck them. So, with that being said, let's get through some announcements. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already known, we have a website. So go to our website at 3countpodcast.com. The number 3, don't be an idiot, and type out 3. You know how we roll. Anything 3 Count Podcast is on there. You can find our merch on there, which will give you a direct link to our Pro Wrestling Tees shop. So you can get our shirt there at Pro Wrestling Tees, or you can get it from our website. Make it easy and convenient for you. You got 2 ways to get it. So there's no reason why you should not have a 3 Count Podcast t-shirt like my man's Cliff got on right there. Show it off, Cliff. Yep. Designed by yours truly, Drip Master, dripping on these hoes, JJ. Also, Now Entering the Ring. We are back with Now Entering the Ring. So, Cliff, what do we have coming up on Now Entering the Ring?
Yeah, so we are going to have Nick Holiday of Culture Inc. is going to be on the show. And then on Thursday, you guys are going to see Kennedy Copeland. We do also have other people lined up. Just give you guys an idea of who's coming on. Toxic Trent is going to be coming on, and his interview will be getting released here soon. And then, man, there's a who's list of people that we have planned for you guys coming up. It's incredible. I've already shared the list with Chaz, and he's well aware of who's coming on. So
yeah, it's what do the kids say? It's lit.
it's an injustice.
Yeah. Easter eggs. Alrighty.
I mean, it is Easter tomorrow, right? So that's what.
That's exactly why I said that too. Also some announcements. You probably are wondering, where is the greatest tag team of all time tournament, right? So, like all things in show business, we had to reschedule some conflicting dates with some of our people that we wanted to get on. So we're gonna have that for you probably more likely in the summer, looking like around maybe June, July-ish. When we get an actual confirmed date for you, we will let you know. But don't worry, we will be doing our greatest tag team of all time, just not clearly today. Also, we will be having another super pod. I guess I can put it out there now. Called the State of the Indies. Not sure the exact date for that yet, but it's coming very, very soon. State of the Indies will have a bunch of different people from the indie scene in a roundtable format, and we're going to speak about the state of the Indies. The past couple of years, a lot of indie talent has been, off the market, being signed to the WWE or AEW, even other promotions like ROH, New Japan, all of your big feds. So we're going to talk about the state of the Indies. So be on the lookout for that. Also, if you are joining us live right now, like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram at 3CountPod. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Clapper. If you didn't know what Clapper was, go download it and find out. So definitely follow us there. If you're watching us live on YouTube as well, thank you for joining us, by the way. Subscribe, like, comment, share, all that jazz. Definitely appreciate the follows. Hit the bell button on YouTube so you always get a notification for when a video drops and when we go live. So definitely do that. Also, I am going to make a personal announcement for Drip JJ here. Josh, go ahead. Tell us about the upcoming project that you have coming out.
All right, so I'm doing a YouTube channel. It's called JJ Reviews. I'm currently working on my review for the Snyder Cut Justice League. That should be coming out very soon, hopefully, due to scheduling conflicts. We can have that out probably sometime tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Awesome. Definitely check out JJ Reviews. 3 Count Podcast. We do it big everywhere as far as entertainment is concerned. We talk about wrestling. We talk about movies. We talk about comics. I mean, look, Cliff, how many podcasts are you on?
3, 4 now.
See, yeah, 4. Yeah, like exactly. We're always moving. We're always getting in the no. So with that being said, let's get right down to business. It's now time for the Wednesday Night War Rundown. And for all of you joining us on Facebook, thank you for joining us. You know how Streamlabs works. Some days it wants to be right, and some days it wants to be an asshole. Today it decided to be an asshole, so we're on Facebook. So I'm gonna stall a little bit so our viewers can get back on with us. How was you guys' week while we stall for a little bit?
Oh man, I'm gonna be honest, man. For me, it's been one thing after another, just like all the things going on, man. It's not even crazy week. Especially with all the wrestling going on, man. Like I'm trying to keep up with I just started watching New Japan Pro Strong today.
I still got to get on. I still got to get it. I still got to start watching it.
Yeah, and then, MLW, NWA Power is back. Plus Dynamite, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, Impact. It's a loaded week, man. And then if you go through and you follow us on TikTok, you'll see I'm putting out 10 videos a day just talking about it.
Yeah. So, what about you, JJ? Besides, you working tirelessly on this, what you call it, JJ reviews.
So I had school. Very, very fun. No, not really. It's like I'm losing my soul every day. But I had spring break Thursday, Friday, so I decided to come back home and chillax. But my spring break really hasn't been much of a spring break because I've been working on the Snyder Cut. I just watched the Snyder Cut literally like 2 hours ago. I started at 12, ended around 4, 5 o'clock. Still have to watch the theatrical cut, and because I want to make my comparisons with the review. Um, Still have to do that. I actually have my script. I'm jotting down my script right here. Very fun. So yeah, I guess the one where I could define my week would be busy. Very, 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 very busy.
Awesome.
No
Awesome.
breaks.
I feel you. I feel you. All right, so I think we kind of get I stalled enough. So with that being said, um, I like to reiterate that there's only three of us. Um, Justin Burns, also known as Chris Idol, also Damian Fatal, also Anthony Lujan can go kick rocks and they can go play in traffic. Especially like seriously, I don't care what they had going on. They all knew that there was a show and that we changed it up. They told us, hey, it's Easter Sunday, so let's not do a show. So we decided Saturday. And where are they? I mean, clearly, Idol's online right now. So, I mean, he's either going to see this and scroll by it or he's going to hear me talk crap about him. But he's not going to do anything. It's not like he's going to pull up. So,
But to be fair, Anthony did say that he had an emergency come up with the kids, so I'll just go put that out there with him.
he gets a half of a pass. Anyway, let me stop talking crap. Let's get right down to business. Let's get down to the Wednesday Night War rundown, folks. So here we go. This past Wednesday night was the go home show for NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver. So they went head to head. TNT, USA, NXT, AEW. So Wednesday Night Dynamite had 700,000 viewers, which is down from last week's 757,000 viewers. The 18 to 49 demographic was a 0.26, which was 7th overall, which is down from the 0.30, which was 6th last week. If we switch to the other channel on USA Network, NXT brought in 654,000 viewers, which is down from last week's 678,000 viewers. The 18 to 49 demographic was a 0.21, which was 12th overall, which is up from their 0.14 last week, which overall was 29th. So these are some pretty crazy numbers if you look at it, hindsight being 2020, overall throughout the Wednesday Night War. Low viewership for AEW this week. But let's look at NXT's demographic, though. They were in, at least the top 15. So this was their go-home show, so we would expect it a little bit more, at least from NXT this week, being that is their go-home show to their big pay-per-view. So my question for you guys, as we always ask, especially since the Wednesday Night Wars are coming to an end in the next, 2 weeks? Is it 2 weeks? It's after Mania, isn't it? After Mania?
Yeah, it's immediately after Mania.
Right. So I think, so this
week, and that's it. And then
right. So I think next week will be our last Wednesday night rundown, because that's Takeover will be night one of Takeover will be going head to head with Dynamite. So we will see. We'll see how that goes for them. So with that being said, what do you guys think was the better show? Cliff, JJ, and I'll get us at the end.
I'm gonna say I think I talked about it before. I said that NXT had a better show, but AEW had my favorite segment. So put it that way.
JJ?
I was only able to get to watching NXT this week. So I'm gonna go NXT. I did watch clips from AEW. So even though I didn't watch the full show, I still kind of got the semblance of what was going on. But I'd still pick NXT just because I actually fully watched NXT. Yeah, that's how I'll do it because I can't really say, oh well, NXT was just automatically better because I didn't watch,
Right.
AEW in its entirety, but I just had to watch it in clips because busy.
No, feel. So, I ended up watching both shows. Well, let me be honest. I cut off AEW at the women's match. I told y'all I do not watch the AEW women's division unless it's Britt Baker or Thunder Rosa. That's just it's just not my. I just don't like it. Nothing against them or anything. It's just not my cup of tea. So, when I switched over, that's when I started watching NXT from the beginning. I watched NXT through the entirety. I did find out what happened on AEW, as far as Chris Statlander coming back, Trent coming back. So I know what happened. I saw what happened. But overall, I think NXT had a better show overall. But I will agree, as far as Cliff's concerned, AEW had the better segment. And with that being said, the better segment, I enjoy the hell out of the Pinnacle getting their asses whipped by the Inner Circle. I was on the phone with Josh as it was happening. And I was like, oh, like he was getting my live reactions to watching the Inner Circle getting the upper hand on the Pinnacle. So I'm excited to see what the Pinnacle or Inner Circle does going forward. Hopefully this leads to Blood and Guts. I think this will lead to Blood and Guts. I don't see what else they could do, to be completely honest. But yeah, so I gotta go with the black and gold brand this week. Alrighty, so like I said, this is our WrestleMania edition show, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big show. We got a bunch of shows coming up that we have to give you predictions for. So we have one debate topic because it has bothered my soul. It has bothered me all week. Like it has not sit right with my soul that this has happened. So let's get to our first and our only debate topic for the day. The Hurt Business. So this past Monday night on Raw, the Hurt Business exploded in a sense. MVP put it out there and said that they didn't break up, they downsized. I see how you're trying to do, keep storyline going. I get that. But Bobby Lashley beat up Cedric and Shelton, so the Hurt Business is no more as of last week. And yes, so I'm gonna let you guys go first, then I will give my rant. So JJ, you can go first.
Let JJ go.
Yeah, you go first because I need to calm myself down. I probably should get a glass of wine for this.
Okay, so funny enough, I wasn't watching Raw, but I was on Twitter, and the first thing I see is a tweet from WWE. It said "Hurt Business no more," and I was shocked. I was like, "Huh? No. This is like April Fool's joke. You know what I mean? Something, an early April Fool's joke." I watched the clip. And what the fuck was that? Like, seriously, like they had one little mishap and they just break up. Like that's really that's crappy storytelling. That's terrible storytelling. It's garbage. That's garbage. Especially for one of the best factions you put out in like a few years. One of the best things that the pandemic, in the pandemic era, easily one of the best things. Probably one of the only great things that's on Raw. Really. Because Raw is a is a garbage fest to get through. It doesn't sit right with me. It's really, really rushed. Now Shelton and Cedric are gonna go back to being drafted to catering with Titus. They're gonna be with Titus. They're gonna have nothing to do anymore. This is just it's not good. It doesn't feel earned. Like if you're gonna do this storyline, if they're gonna break up, you gotta at least stretch it out to a point where, there's animosity, there's this, there's that. If you can't stretch this out in like 3 weeks or 2 weeks and just call it, oh yeah, they broke up. Especially with a faction that's been going on for almost a year or more than a year. Like if you're gonna tease a breakup, or even if you're gonna like start the breakup, there has to be more time developed with this. Like maybe, like let's say maybe like if you're gonna do it, maybe you have Bobby lose the title at Mania because of them, and then that's how they start to divide. And then maybe by SummerSlam or whatever, then the breakup happens. But this is not how you do storytelling. Like not even just just storytelling in general. Like this is terrible. This is like writing a comic issue, and then like the next issue just like retcon everything. It's not good. This is terrible. And like this Mania build up, like in general, like for everything's just been terrible, but like it's just bad. This is really bad, horrible, pathetic, disgraceful writing. And I already know where Chaz might go with this. But it's just like, how and why? And then when I hear the backstage and how everyone was like, oh no, we don't want them to break up. Vince, please reconsider. And he's like, no, it's good shit. We gotta get rid of it now. Somebody just take it over, please. You go, Cliff.
Oh, bet. I'm gonna tell you right now. This was the best thing that happened to Bobby Lashley. I'm so excited, 100%. And you want to know why I'm excited? Because let's be real, these two chumps who were sitting with them the whole time dropped their damn titles to the fucking New Day and then turned around and was like, hey man, we're gonna get involved in this match with Drew, and it caught a beat down by Drew. 2 men getting beat by 1 dude. Are you kidding me? No. Boot those motherfuckers out the group. You get 2 strikes. You don't get a third. Okay, they were forgiven. They're like, we're gonna give you a second chance. We're gonna let you do this. And then they came back and lost. And I cannot believe that you guys are over here like, oh, the poor Hurt Business. They downsize. Suck it. Okay, that's what happens to them. All right. Cedric, really? That guy who held the U.S. title for what, like a hot cup of coffee and then dropped it like the next week? The guy who ran around grabbing a 24/7 title with R-Truth? That's your Lord and Savior? That's the hill you're going to die on? Is that dude? Shelton Benjamin, the guy who was erased for a whole bunch of years? That dude? You're trying to fight for him? The guy at one time who was a part of the greatest tag team ever and then just faded off into oblivion, had to have his mom help him win a couple titles? No. I can't believe that you're going to be over here trying to defend it. I'm with Vince. He should have gone. They should have been broken a long time ago, especially when Cedric was like, hey, I'm a little cheeky guy. Look how cool I am. I'm going to tag myself in and go beat people up. No. Okay? Bobby is the almighty. He's the man. He can handle himself, okay? Leo Rush had it right. He's the man who does his own thing and does it well. And why would you want to have 2 other dudes who can't hang with you in your group? When they get tired and they get weak, you boot them out the group. That's how it happens. It happens with everybody. Remember what happened with Billy Gunn? He got booted out of DX. We don't want to talk about that because, Peacock erased that non-great segment. Thank you for that, by the way, Peacock. But we're going back into this whole this topic. I can't believe that you guys are sitting here wanting to die on a hill that does not need to be died on. There's no reason. This isn't Hamburger Hill. This isn't World War II. This is just 2 dudes who can't get the job done anymore. You got to boot them out. You gotta get him. I can't keep this up. I really can't. Listen, it is fucked up that they're gone. Like
I was waiting for your actual point.
I was just trying to rant off for no
The
reason.
funny thing is, Cliff, we've done this podcast for literally a year now, and I know when you're fucking around. You get this high-pitched voice, and everything is an inflection at the end. I'm like, oh, fucking with us. This is not his
No,
real.
but see, what the problem is though is that they could have broken them up after Mania. I think that could have been done well, and you could have the way you teased it, like you teased it like so many times, like after they won the tag titles, it's like I get the cracks were like you were trying to put the cracks in there so that it started to disintegrate, but having them lose to the New Day, they didn't. I don't even remember them getting a rematch for those titles, and then you had them challenge Drew. They got beat, and then you just booed them out the group the next week. Like I get it's you're not trying to give like a 3-strike rule going on, but shit, at least at Fastlane or the next Monday night or on WrestleMania, where I thought was gonna happen, the rematch could have happened, and then the following Monday, Bobby can like, hey, you know what, you guys slacking, you got to go, and then boot him out then. But yo, man, right before Mania, I think that made no sense.
All right.
This dude got like got the crown on like Biggie Smalls.
Listen, like I said, this has like legitimately bothered my soul. I found this out Monday night, right? And Tuesday morning, I literally was like so upset because I'm seeing the tweets, you know, that everyone's saying and everyone's reactions to what happened, and I'm just like, this is a catastrophe. So here's the thing. I got a couple points I want to get off before I get into this, you know, before I get off the rails. So number one, they do this all the time. They do this all the time. They break up groups and they don't have a plan for them after the fact. They do this all the time. They do this all the time. What is Cedric and Shelton going to do now? What are they going to do? Josh, what are they going to do after? What are they going to do now? Say
with the first overall pick and the second overall pick selected in the catering draft, we select Cedric and Shelton.
Thank
Put
you.
on the tightest crew.
They have nothing planned for them after the fact. So that's number one. You have two. That's number one. They have nothing planned for them. You have two top talents, who have, for the better part of this year, since they won the belts, have been one of the best tag teams on Monday night, besides the New Day. What are they going to do? Sit in catering. You're not going to do anything with them because they're not the New Day. Let's keep it $150. The only black tag team that the WWE likes is the New Day.
Because they make money.
I mean, yeah, give or take, yes. I'll give you that. Yes, the New Day brings in cash. Absolutely. They do. And you can make a case for the Street Profits. You can make a case for the Street Profits, but if you're gonna put the Street Profits in the New Day, I bet you this. I bet $100, and I bet my life savings that Vince is gonna pick goddamn New Day every single time.
I would.
Well, I mean, okay, that's not fair. Only in the sense that the New Day has been around as a longer tag team, and also have been a revenue generating machine, right?
So, but
I bet.
Okay.
If you gave the Profits a couple more years, that would be just about equal.
Okay, like I said, you can make a case for the Street Profits. Yeah, like I said, give or take, they've only been on the main roster for what, a year and a half now? I think it's been almost 2 years. So, like I said, you can make a give or case for the Profits, but you always go to the New Day. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with the New Day. I have no problem with Kofi, no problem with Xavier. Love the New Day. Okay? But why does it always have to be the New Day? The New Day is not your only tag team. That's my thing. They're not your only tag team. Number two, why do they have to lose the belts? Okay. If they wanted to lose the belts and, create the dysfunction, the cracks as, part of the tease. All right, cool. I get that. Have them lose the belts before Mania. Got it. Cool. Okay, have Bobby like, oh, the Hurt Business. No, you worry about yourself, Bobby. You got this. You worry about you. You keep the WWE title going. Cool. All right. I'll give you that. But the thing is this, and it becomes bigger than everything, is that you can never have a group of black men succeed on WWE programming. Point blank. A group like the Hurt Business, you just can't, we just won't see it. Period. And don't give me the Nation of Domination. No, because what did the Nation do as a whole, as a group, as a whole? What did they do besides pushing Rocky as what, the IC champion? How many belts did they hold? That was the only one.
Which one? The title?
The IC title. As far as the Nation of Domination, as far as a group as far as domination, as far as holding belts and as far as succeeding. What did the Nation do? They only had the Intercontinental Championship, and that was with who? Rock. Other than that, they didn't do anything else. As much as we like to love the Nation of Domination because, they were, speaking the truth, they did nothing but elevate Rock, which in itself is pretty goddamn good. But you have an all-black stable. A all-black stable having all the belts, and they drop it. That was the best thing on Raw. I lie to you not. You cannot sit here for the past couple of weeks that the Hurt Business has not been the best thing on Monday Night Raw, and as honestly, it's been the best thing on Monday Night Raw in a very long ass time. Because Raw has sucked ass since they've been in the Thunderdome. Why?
I was like, I'll give you the fact that you said like the best thing on Raw, but as far as the best thing in WWE, as an all-black faction goes, it would have been the New Day. Like they held all the titles.
The New Day split though now, but the thing is, the New Day is split though. That's right. The thing. Big E's on SmackDown, so would you consider them a faction now? No, they're a tag team. They're a tag team. There's only two of them. Big E's doing his own thing.
Yeah, but 2 years ago when Kofi had the title and
that's 2 years ago, Cliff. I'm talking about now.
But that's a faction, though. The New Day is a faction. They were a faction. More. Yeah, but the way you make it, the way you're trying to sell your point, though, is that
I'm about to go beat up the African Prince from Wakanda on WrestleMania. Like,
you will not.
But the way you structure your argument is that the Hurt Business is the best thing to happen to WWE since the Nation. That's how your argument has been structured.
It is.
But we also know that the New Day
are the legit serious competitors. Yes, they have been.
So you mean to tell me that Kofi Austin and Big E are not serious competitors, good sir?
Booty-O's!
They held a world title and 2 SmackDown. They are
trying to say is a more serious demeanor and not
okay. Demeanor. If the argument was a more serious team, by all means, yes, this would make sense. But to say that an all-black faction hasn't happened since the Nation and the Hurt Business, that's just like, oh yeah, these 3 other black dudes, they're just, they're just jumping around and just having fun, having a good time. They're not serious. But they held the title 6 times, the tag titles, and they have Kofi winning the title. We talked about Kofi Mania like it was like the world's greatest thing. So to say that it's not a serious thing, it's not a serious bunch of guys, like I can hear your argument about an all heel faction like the Hurt Business, like Nation of Domination, and by that I could give you that. But to say an all black faction and then just gloss over the New Day like that, I can't let that slide. I gotta stand with those dudes because they're still doing things successfully outside the ring because they have this podcast that they run. And we still talk about the shit that they do. They do all sorts of stuff. You cannot just sit there and be like, these 3 guys who were just a bunch of clowns who actually at first came off as a heel very badly. Yeah. But once they flipped, we all rode their coattails. Every single thing that they were doing was money.
You're right. But the thing is this, I'm looking at 2021. all right, 2021, the Hurt Business outshines the New Day. Point blank. You can't argue that. You can't argue that as far as 2021. If you're looking at January 1st, 2021 to now, what is it? August? No, I'm saying, wow, August. April 3rd, 2021 to now, you cannot tell me that the New Day does not the New Day subsides with the Hurt Business. The Hurt Business are the best team. They're the best faction as far as an all-black faction. And they shot it. They cut it. They cut them necks before they could do anything with it. They could have, the Hurt Business could have lasted for another 6 months. They could have waited until damn SummerSlam or Survivor Series to break them up. They could have had a legit dominant heel run, holding the Raw tag titles, holding the WWE title. But they cut it away because what? For what? Because the New Day is a bigger draw? Come on now. How can you say that they're a bigger draw? You don't know if Shelton and Cedric could have been a bigger draw at Mania if you don't give them the chance.
Yeah, but you're not gonna.
They for a year now they have not had fans. How you cannot tell me that you can say that the fans would not have reacted extremely well in Tampa if the Hurt Business was going in as a tag team champions facing almost an AJ Styles.
No, they wouldn't have.
What?
No. Are you kidding? They would. You cannot tell me in this day of 2021 that Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods would have been outdrawn by Shelton Benjamin and Cedric against AJ and Osmo.
But how can we compare if they have not had fans? We've had piped-in crowd noises for damn 8 months.
Because we can look at the data from where they were selling merchandise-wise from whatever time period you want to now versus what the New Day have. That's what the WWE cares about, and that's the thing that's what bothers me is that you didn't give these guys the opportunity to have this, right? You could have ran them in a triple threat match, a triple threat tag match. You could have done it, but they didn't, and that's my issue with it. You broke them up just a week too early to me. If you're gonna break them up after WrestleMania, but to break them up 2 weeks before WrestleMania, it has nothing. And then what you did is you stuck Baron Corbin at the end because he saw the opportunity to make a name for himself and try to get that title. That was your justification for why Baron is like on the same side as Bobby. That's it. They don't make sense to me. I don't like it, but I'm just saying that to say that Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander were gonna outdraw Kofi and Xavier that's asinine, dude. That's crazy.
We wouldn't know because they wouldn't give them the chance.
Listen, I know you're wearing your Hurt Business shirt right now.
I am wearing my Hurt Business shirt.
Clearly, your feelings are hurt.
Shame that black men can't succeed.
Listen,
it's a damn shame that black men can't succeed in the WWE.
The WWE champion.
That's what it is. That's in a nutshell, black men can't succeed in the WWE in a positive light. It won't happen. That's what it is. I mean,
oh my God, like the way that you're putting this, man, like I agree with you, but then like I have to disagree with you because the WWE champion is black, and then the tag champs are black, and then the SmackDown Women's champion is black.
But Cliff, watch Saturday night. Watch next
week.
Who has
the Intercontinental title again?
What? But watch Bobby lose that title to Drew because Drew is the new golden boy.
But the thing was, and this is a thing that we have talked about that we kind of know that's where WWE wants to go anyway because they want to give Drew that big shine moment in front of the crowd because he didn't get that last year against Brock. Like
tough cookies for him.
I know, but that's not. I know, but my problem is
it's our fault that everybody wants to be dirty bastards and catch COVID.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. But the problem though is that this is it. This is what we're running into.
Thank you. I see Keith. Keith Ross he put a comment and said the Hurt Business should have had more time. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree though, but it's just like it's.
And here's the thing, though, and this is something that we haven't even talked about. what if they take Cedric and Shelton out and they bring Keith Lee in to the Hurt Business? That changes this whole conversation again. We're gonna be like, oh, this is great. Like,
No, because the thing is this, they should have put Keith with Shelton and Cedric. That would be even better.
Mm-hmm.
Because now what you do, you have a mid-card person who can take the mid-card title, being Keith Lee. Then you have Bobby being the world champion. Nah, man. Fuck all that crap, man.
Oh, yeah. And it's funny enough because I went on a Twitter rant and I was like the really good factions that you really remember, like, is a good way to help build new stars. And I was hoping that with the Hurt Business, like, we would get Keith Lee in there. We can build up Keith Lee, and then we could also build up Cedric, because I ain't looking too bright. Like,
Right. Not too long ago, we were all chanting, sign Cedric, sign him. And they signed him, and then they didn't do legit jack squat with him. Like, it's bull crap.
it was the heart and soul of 205. What do you mean? He held the cruiserweight.
No one watched 205.
I watched
Who watches
205. And I did it and I put matches on the rank list.
Nobody, no casual watches 205.
I mean,
What's the art and soul of 205? Yeah, but do we remember 205?
I mean, I remember that match that Buddy Murphy had. With Murphy, Buddy Murphy and Ali. That shit was lit.
Thank you.
Nah, you don't get this love, man. You ain't getting this. Like, I agree with you, but I also can't agree in the same sense, because it's like we have this incredible stable that it was broken up prematurely, and we've agreed on that. But it's like, to say that Shelton and Cedric were gonna outdraw Kofi and Xavier based on data that WWE has in what they know, why would you be like, all right, well, we'll give?
The thing is, how can we use that data if we have not had fans legitimately in a whole year?
Because they do.
The world has changed in a year. Wrestling has changed in 365 days. The WWE is not the same that it was last year. Everything has changed. We didn't have Roman last year. Roman was the most babyface thing on the world, and now he's the most biggest heel in the world. And you want that's
I'm gonna need you to like take a Xanax or something.
Nah, man, because it bothers me so much that something that is as money as the Hurt Business was, they prematurely broke it up, and we I gotta take this off.
But the other part too that we don't know, right? And this is the other part that's crazy.
All the time.
But here's the thing, though. This is the other part. Is like, what if this isn't weaved into a story where Shelton and Cedric come out and help Bobby? Because remember, they've been banned. It said that the Hurt Business was banned from ringside. It didn't say Shelton and Cedric were banned. It said the Hurt Business. So now, what happens if they come running down and help Bobby retain the title?
Then that's another whole story.
That's WWE. That's too. You're asking too much of WWE right now.
I'm asking of what normally happens in this crazy shit with WWE. That's what normally will happen. It'll be like, oh, this team fell apart. And then randomly 2 dudes will come running into the match, and then they'll get their face kicked off by the face. And then guess what? The heel comes out on top. It happens all the time. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just thinking it will happen.
You're asking too much of WWE right now.
I think I've asked just enough.
I think you pitched too far to the right. Vince is going fastball, 100 miles an hour, just straight down to the no.
I feel like you guys are, it is what it is at this point.
Like, hella people bought a whole business shirt because Bobby Lashley won the title.
Because Bobby Lashley won the title. It didn't say the Hurt.
But they bought this shirt, the Hurt Business. The Hurt Business.
Almighty. The Almighty won the title. They gave the Almighty a new graphic. They didn't give the Hurt Business a new graphic. They gave Bobby a new graphic and a new song. I love the fact that you're just like ready to explode. Unlike the Hurt Business that imploded.
All right, we're gonna move on now.
Hurt Business should have lasted at least another 4 months.
Like they could, seriously, like we could have had like a legit. We could have had a triple threat match at SummerSlam between the three of them, for all I care. Or shit, waited until TLC or some shit. The Hurt Business could have lasted at least at the end of the year. Honestly. If you're not gonna have Bobby hold the title all the way up to WrestleMania next year, they're gonna have him lose it at Survivor Series, or not Survivor Series because they do the brand warfare, but at least lose it by SummerSlam, Survivor Series. We do something, and then TLC have a triple threat match, some bullshit. I don't know, but it could have lasted a lot longer. Keith Lee could have been involved. It's bullshit. It's a load of bull crap. Like, I'm still gonna watch WrestleMania regardless.
Yeah. I was like, I know you will, because you're gonna be like, is Bobby gonna win this? If Bobby doesn't win this, we're rioting.
I'm not gonna riot. I mean,
I'm gonna tweet this out. I'm gonna talk about my dismay and talk about how I'm gonna cancel my Peacock account.
No, because I like the shit that's on there.
I just want to acknowledge the WWE side for the next 4 years on the Peacock.
But since we brought up Peacock, I'm upset that they don't have the old episodes of SmackDown and all the other show, like the SmackDown and Raws from like back in the day, because like I was definitely watching 02 SmackDown on the network, and now I can't. So I have a problem with that. They need to get that shit together.
But they have that one intern that's still watching all 17,000 hours of
You know what? I truly believe that's the reason why that stuff is not on there. But they got the Attitude Era shit on there and all that. I keep saying, like, it's just it. Yeah, I was upset today because I wanted to watch. I was like, I'll go, continue my road, memory lane watching old 02 SmackDown with, and then I came like, how do I find it? Where is it? Oh, well, it's SmackDown. They only have up to 2019. Literally, I was legit pissed.
It's because that's what Peacock was like. Oh, we saw these episodes; they're pretty good. We'll keep these ones, but those ones we just, we won't worry about right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change my account on WWE Network to make me like in like Australia or some shit to keep the network or something like that.
VPN for life.
No, seriously, like I actually had that idea because
IP Vanish. Hey, they're not a sponsor of the show, but I definitely mess with them.
Because I need my old stuff. But that's our only debate topic today. I had to let all that out, guys. So I don't think I've ever really gone crazy like that, but I had to because it's been this is built up for legit a week. So let's move on over to a lighter side, more fun side. I guess we should have some fun with this. So next week, starting next Wednesday, NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver is going 2 nights. Wednesday night it will be a simulcast between Peacock and the USA Network for night 1. Night 2 is going to be exclusively on Peacock on Thursday. So NXT TakeOver, stacked as always. It's TakeOver. TakeOver is always one of the better shows when they come out. So if I had the pencil, here we go. So let me pull up this NXT TakeOver card. So with that being said, let's start off with.
Can I also say, I took the whole week off. Yeah, so I'm off from Monday to Monday just so I can keep up with all the wrestling that's going to be happening.
Crazy, man. It's crazy. There's so much going on.
Let's be real, man. We have the Go Home Show on Raw. We have Impact. Night 1 of TakeOver, night 2 of TakeOver, SmackDown, WrestleMania, night 1, WrestleMania, night 2, Raw, NXT, AEW, and then Impact on Thursdays, MLW as well. That's going to be on Wednesdays. And then you have SmackDown, New Japan Pro Strong, and then we start the whole vicious cycle over again. And I didn't even mention, mind you, I didn't even mention that we have night 1 of NXT with AEW Dynamite.
That's right, exactly. Yeah.
God.
I'm expected, like we can put it out there. I'm expected AEW to have their record low viewership next Wednesday. I don't know. I just have that feeling. It's just the AEW is if we looked at this, we've already stated this. AEW fans tune in to NXT. Not NXT fans don't necessarily tune in to AEW, but AEW fans tune in to NXT. So if I'm a betting man, I'm throwing in there that AEW is going to have some low numbers for the first time next week.
I'm also curious, though. Do you think that when NXT moves to Tuesdays, do you think some of those fans that can't decide between AEW and NXT will like finally watch one show and then the other instead of having to split their time up?
Yes. So the funny thing is, I was hoping the asshole Chris Idol would be on the show. Me and him had a conversation. I think this was Thursday, and we talked about this, and we were like, "Do you think that AEW is going to hit that 1 million mark? Now, on a regular basis, now that they are unopposed, and vice versa for NXT." And he said, like, I think a couple of weeks they will. It won't be like a recurring thing, like this week 1 million views, next week 1 million, and next week 1 million. There'll be slight occurrences like, oh, this show is going to have 1 million, this show. So I do think as far as viewership is going to increase for both shows, because now you don't have to worry about DVRing or flipping channels when doing a commercial break and picture in picture. I don't think they should do the picture in picture thing anymore, because there's really no reason at this point, but they probably will. But I do think both shows will benefit from being on separate nights.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm waiting for that day where AEW Dynamite goes like 1.25, and at one time where Raw comes in at like a 1.15, and then you're gonna see, oh my god, AEW beat Raw. We should switch to Monday nights. like it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, the funny thing is that I've been waiting for that as well, and it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
We know how AEW fans are, especially the
WWE. We did it.
You give them an inch, they take a mile. So, all right. If I had the pencil, just 3 of us here, so let's get this started. So night 1, Wednesday, April the 7th. Let's start off strong. The NXT Women's Championship. Io Shirai will be defending her title against Raquel Gonzalez. I'm excited for this match. I'm actually I like Raquel. She's grown on me. If we remember, like a couple months ago, I was like, I like Dakota. Raquel can go somewhere, but she's grown on me, and I kind of like her. So who do you if you had the pencil, JJ, if you had the pencil, who's going over?
Io.
Okay, I was about to say, wait, you're doing the song. I'm like, whose song is that? Io. All right, so Io. Cliff, who you got? If you had the pencil.
I'm taking Raquel.
Ooh, see, okay. I've been thinking about this right since last week. Not last, but this past Wednesday. I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if this is the time, but today made me realize something, that Io has held the belt for at least almost 300 days now. So she's close to holding the NXT Women's Championship for a year. So, and you know how WWE is. When you put out numbers and stats, that's when you know you're about to lose.
Yep.
Like that. Once you start throwing out stats and numbers, that's when you start to, all right, it's time to take the belt off you. They did
Unless
it.
you're Asuka.
Unless you're Asuka. Asuka is Asuka. But I'm going with Io. Only because I think Raquel is still a little too new. I don't think they're going to put the belt on her just yet. I do believe she is a future star, though. Don't get me wrong. I do believe she's a future star in NXT. I just don't think today is that day. So I'm going with Io as well. And I wouldn't be mad if Raquel wins. So I'm happy either way. Either or, I'm happy either way. But I'm going with Io for this one. All right, we got the UK Championship. We got Tommaso Ciampa going for the UK Championship. He's going to face the Ring General, Walter. If you had the pencil, Cliff, who are you picking?
Taking Walter for the UK
Yeah.
Championship. Are you kidding me? It's
Yeah.
not like Ciampa's gonna go to Europe and like try to defend that title.
You know, it's funny. I said that. I was telling that to Bree. I was like, Walter's about to win. Like, Tommaso's not going to the UK to defend that belt. So I'm going with Walter as well. The match should be fire though. Drip Master dripping on those hoes. JJ.
This is like the easiest one out of all of them for like all you guys explaining the same exact thing. Ain't no way in hell Tommaso Ciampa is going over to Europe to defend the belt. No way. And ain't no way Walters, he said he doesn't want to come over here.
That's facts. Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. So we got the NXT Tag Team Championships. They were vacated because the injury to Danny Burch. So Burch and Oney Lorcan are unable to defend the belt. So we got a triple threat tag team match for the NXT Tag Team Championship. So MSK versus the Grizzled Young Veterans versus Legado del Fantasma. If you had the pencil, JJ, who you picking?
Legado.
Okay, you picking me. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony would love you for that. You picked the brown people. Cliff.
I'm gonna pick the tag team that looks like Chaz and myself. MSK.
Oh man, that was funny. So I'm going to go. My heart tells me go with MSK, but my gut, like right here, like the gut is telling me to go Grizzled Young Veterans, and I don't know. It's just they are overdue this title run. The Grizzled Young Vets are overdue for a title run. I think I'm going with GYV. I'm going with the Grizzled Young Vets.
And
And
all three of us chose a different team.
right? It's because I picked. Remember, I picked them to win the Dusty Cup because they were in it the year before. And they didn't win. And they went to the finals and didn't win. And then they came this time and they still didn't win. So I think this is the time they're going to go, all right, here you go. So, yeah. All right. So here we go. We're going for So we got the gauntlet match for a North American title shot. That's going to happen on Thursday night against Johnny Gargano. So it's Leon Ruff versus Cousin Swerve, Isaiah Swerve Scott, versus Bronson Reed versus the Money Man, Cameron Grimes, no relation to Jeremy Grimes, versus Dexter Loomis versus Eli LA Knight. So if you had the pencil, Cliff, who you got?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You know it. L.A. Knight.
JJ, who you got?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick my cousin Isaiah Swerve, not Going with yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Going with L.A. Knight. Listen, man, L.A. Knight versus Johnny Gargano sounds like a fire ass match. And after Wednesday night on NXT, in like the COVID vaccine, inject LA Knight versus Johnny Gargano into my arm. I need it. So I'm going with LA. I'm going with LA Knight, y'all.
That's a sweet.
All right, moving over to night 2. I didn't miss any matches, did I? No.
No.
Hold on. No, you did.
What for night 1?
Yes.
What did I miss?
Pete Dunne
Oh yeah, that was just
Right,
announced.
absolutely right. You're absolutely
versus
right. I thought that was on night 2 though.
no, it's on night 1.
On night 1? Oh, excuse me then. All right, so Pete versus wait, who's Pete facing again? He's facing
Kushida.
right. All right, if you had a pencil, who you got? Cliff.
Yo, Pete's due for a win, so I'm gonna go with Pete Dunne.
All right. JJ?
Bruiser. Yeah, I'm going bruiserweight.
With the bruiserweight. I still don't get Kushida. So I'm going with Pete Dunne.
I love Kushida. It's just that
I like watching him work. I do. I just don't get it. I still don't get it.
because you don't watch Back to the Future. That's why.
I mean, I was born in the 90s.
I know, and you should definitely go back and watch Back to the Future.
I mean, I watched the first one. I watched the first one. I haven't watched the.
Wait, man, he's just like time manipulator. That's what he does.
All right, boomer.
I like the fact that he has his wrist tape and it has a clock on there. And I'm just like, that time hasn't changed.
All right, so moving on over to night 2, which will be exclusively on Peacock. I honestly, if you don't watch night 1, I'll give you the pass for that. But if you don't watch night 2, you're doing yourself a disservice because the matches on night 2 are extremely fire. Like, just inject night 2 into my arm like the COVID vaccine. Here we go. The NXT Championship. We got the Prince, Finn Balor versus Karrion Kross. So, who do you got, JJ?
This is hard, man.
You know what? Exactly. It is hard. It is hard because Karrion Kross, he didn't technically lose the belt. He had to vacate it right after winning it due to injury. Finn's been tearing it up as NXT champion, even while being injured throughout the 6 months that he's had a title reign. So I don't know what you do. I don't know what to do. But hey, you gotta pick one.
This is probably the hardest one, if not it's probably the hardest match to decide for entire takeover. It's hard, man. This is tough. Can they both win?
In a contest, in a wrestling contest, that does not work. So no, they cannot both win. There must be a winner and there must be a loser. Who will be the loser and who will be the winner is up to you.
Okay. Shoot. Cross, I guess.
That's a bold pick. That's a bold pick though, but I'm not mad at it.
It's
I can see why though. I can see why you picked that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hard.
Yeah. Cliff, who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Prince.
Mm-hmm. All righty. Likewise with JJ, this is really hard. It can go both ways. I'm gonna go. Ooh. I'm sitting here looking at the names, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go with Finn. I'm gonna go with Finn. Only because I think they're gonna run this match back.
I think so too. That's why I still think they're gonna run it back.
I don't know why. I just have a feeling they would probably run this match back and then have Cross take it. Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, if, let's say Cross wins, who's next to step up to that title spot?
And that's my other point why I picked Finn. Who Cross wins, you have to, regardless, I feel like regardless who wins, you have to run this back because there's no one. Like, I guess it would depend on who wins the unsanctioned match then, right?
So I'm kind
That
of
would be the next person in line, unless they're going to give somebody from that gauntlet match the big push. But I highly doubt that they would get the big push over Adam Cole or O'Reilly.
Oh, you bring back Velveteen Dream.
I wish they would not bring back the Text-a-Teen Dream. I'd rather they not bring back the Text-a-Teen Dream because
wow.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Idol for that one, but fuck him because he's not.
Text-a-Teen Dream. That's a new
I mean,
one.
it's true, but you know what? Like, I definitely agree. I think from there, Finn. It's got to be Finn, and then from there you have either Adam Cole. Well, I think you have to have Adam Cole, which will be my pick actually for that unsanctioned fight.
So, and that's the next match I was going to. So the unsanctioned match, Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. Something I think is going to be extremely violent and fire. You're picking Adam Cole, baby. Who you picking, JJ? Boom, Adam Cole. Gotcha. I'm picking Adam as well.
But they're gonna kill each other.
Yes, they absolutely will. So here's the thing, and anyone who's watching and if you're listening, if you have not seen any of their ROH matches, go watch that before you watch NXT TakeOver Night 2. Like, JJ, have you seen their ROH matches?
Probably not.
You need to YouTube that. Like, I need you, if you ever take a break this weekend from your YouTube show, I know, right? Taking a break, crazy, right? I just cussed at you. If you decide to take a break and you just need to watch something other than Batman and Superman, go watch their ROH match. There was a triple threat between Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Adam Cole. That I quite honestly, it came up on one of my suggested videos randomly a couple years ago and literally blew my mind. Go watch that. And that will give you just a small taste of what those two will do this coming Thursday. So definitely check that out. All right. So I don't know how we do the North American Championship match because we technically don't know who will be the winner from the gauntlet match. So with that being said, what we will do for this specific match is on Twitter Thursday during the day before it happens, we will list all of our picks on who will be the winner of that match based on who is the winner of the gauntlet match. So Johnny Gargano is going to defend his title against whoever wins the gauntlet match from night 1. Hopefully it's LA Knight. So we will see about that. But early picks just for shits and giggles. Cliff, you got Johnny retaining?
LA Knight.
Yeah. Drip Master dripping on those hoes, JJ.
For Johnny, will he retain? HELLNO.
Yeah. All right. So funny thing is this: I do believe Johnny will retain, even if it is LA Knight. I do think Johnny's going to retain. I think Johnny's going to retain regardless.
Blasphemy.
I know, right? But it's Johnny Takeover. So that's that. All right, NXT Women's Tag Team Championship match. Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon versus The Way. Cliff, who you got?
Yeah, I'm still taking Shotzi and Ember.
JJ.
You see, I've been having Shotzi and Ember's Black for quite some time now. So I'm going with them to take this title. So yeah, that's who I'm going with.
What's a
Mhm.
brack? I'm just curious.
Yeah, you definitely did. You definitely did.
You
I thought I
definitely
said Black.
you said brack.
Yeah. You said you've had their brack. I didn't know
We
they
had
had
their
brack.
brack for a while now.
I could have sworn it in my brain. I literally said, "Oh, back." I guess I must have not said that. Oh well.
I'm gonna regret making this choice because I don't like Candice LeRae. Never have, and I still don't like her. I'm picking the way. I'm picking the way. Don't know why I'm picking the way, but I'm picking the way. So, yeah.
I just think it's too early to take the titles off of them.
And that's what but here's the thing. I would say that, but they took the titles off of Dakota and Raquel.
Yeah, and there's a reason for that. I think it was meant because like obviously they wanted to push Raquel to be in a big match with Io.
Yeah. Yes.
So having her run with the tag titles really would have made sense.
Right. And I know that's the reason why they did that. But I when that happened, I was like, okay, I get it. I think this is Candice LeRae's time to hold the title. Because I think, she's been one of the most consistent women workers in NXT for literally, and that's over a year. This is even pre COVID. She's been consistent, hands down. So I think this is her time to hold that gold, but we'll see. NXT Cruiserweight Championship. It's a ladder match. This is probably the number one match I'm actually really excited for because I love ladder matches and I freaking love Jordan Devlin. So Jordan Devlin versus Santos Escobar to see who is the undisputed NXT Cruiserweight Champion. Who do you have, Cliff?
I'm assuming Jordan is in the US now for a while. Because if not, then I definitely think Santos is winning. So I'm going to go with Jordan now because I like the Irish Ace.
Yeah, I'm going with Jordan Devlin as well. He faced off against Finn at NXT UK Takeover, and I became a fan right then and there. So I'm picking.
Finn trained him, right?
Yes, I do know that. I found that out after the fact that Finn trained him, and I was like, that makes me love the match even more.
And that's why I want Jordan to stay, drop the title, and be the next person against Finn.
To face Finn,
yeah.
See, that would be it, and that's a good program. I can see that. I can see Finn going. The only reason you're here now is because of me. You know how Finn does his promo. So I agree. I want that to happen as well. So I'm picking Jordan Devlin. No offense to Santos Escobar. I actually have loved him as NXT Cruiserweight Champion so far. Since he won the belt and the whole reveal, I've enjoyed it. But I got Jordan Devlin taking this because he is the rightful NXT Cruiserweight Champion. JJ, who you got? You gonna pick Santos, ain't you? You gonna pick Santos? His face. He gonna pick Santos. He gonna look at him. Yeah. Okay. Santos Escobar.
Yes, they're all gonna get draped in gold. That's my prediction.
Oh, unlike the Hurt Business.
Yep.
And just break them up if they lose after their first title run.
Oh yeah, most definitely. A month from now, they're all gonna scatter. And they're gonna go to catering with Titus. It's all good.
Oh my gosh. All righty. So that's TakeOver. That's all the matches for TakeOver. So that's what we got so far. Yeah, I can only imagine. So moving on over a couple days later, Saturday night. It's, ladies and gentlemen, it's the granddaddy of them all. It's the show of shows. It's the Super Bowl for wrestling. WrestleMania 37 live and Tampa Bay at Raymond James Stadium with fans. So here we go. Night 1, Saturday, April 10th. The WWE Championship is on the line. Bobby Lashley will be defending the belt against Drew McIntyre. If you had the pencil, who is going over? JJ.
Drew's going over, especially now with all the stuff that's happened.
Yeah.
Especially with all the stuff that's happened now, Drew's going over. It would make no story-wise, it make no logical sense for Bobby to win now. No sense.
All righty. And Cliff, what you got?
I don't care what you guys say. I'm going with the Almighty. Lashley, 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 Lashley.
I'm still waiting for this. But it's like, oh, no, I'm joking.
Oh, that's not happening. I'm going with Lashley. I'm going to run that all the way to the ground.
You legit going with Lashley?
Yeah, I'm legit going with Lashley.
Okay. All right. So I got a Hurt Business t-shirt on. I got a Bobby Lashley t-shirt on specifically. And I'm no fool. Me and Vince have had this relationship going for about 15 years now. I know how he works. I know how he thinks for the most part. I'm going with Drew. I do not see, unless something magical happens and, Keith pops up and helps defend, helps him win. I feel like that's the only way that could work if Keith comes out, joins the Hurt Business. But I'm going with Drew. I don't like it. I mean, I like Drew as champion. I like Bobby more, but So moving on to the SmackDown Women's Championship match, which will be main eventing night 1. Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. Cliff, then JJ. What you got, Cliff?
I want to go with the rookie, but I'm going to take Banks.
All right, I've already in a past couple of shows, I've already given you my booking and how I would set this up for months. I'm going Sasha Banks. She needs her WrestleMania moment. She's never had one. She's lost every single time she's been in a WrestleMania match. And so far, her reign isn't that good. She's only faced Carmella. That's it.
No, you're right. I mean, I that's a good argument. I give you that. Yeah, I agree likewise with both of you. I want to go with Bianca. I really do. I've liked Bianca since NXT, and I've been a fan. But I'm going with Sasha because Sasha is, she's one of the 4 horsewomen, and those 4 horsewomen, you can't touch them as far as backstage is concerned. The Rider team, that's their core 4, and I don't think this is the time to have Sasha take an L and diminish her reign as SmackDown Women's Champion, especially after the feud that she had with Bayley to get the belt. It kind of diminishes all of what they did last year. So I'm going with Sasha, but wouldn't be angry if Bianca wins. All right. We got Bad Bunny versus The Miz. I'm picking Bad Bunny. What you got, Cliff?
Take a Bad Bunny.
It's funny because it came, I think it was a report I saw today, and they were saying that Bad Bunny had moved to Orlando since he's been doing, since he been doing stuff at WWE, and he's been training at the PC pretty much mostly every day, putting in the work, and he's earned Triple H's respect. So shout out to Bad Bunny for actually, not just trying to get a payday out of this, and actually putting in the time and putting in the work to try to be a legit wrestler. So shout out to Bad Bunny. JJ, who you got?
Why is this not a tag team match?
Because Bad Bunny is a hot Latino
Superstar.
He's like a superstar, and it makes sense. I mean, I get why it should be a tag match, because you give what you call it?
Priest the rub.
Yeah, you get Priest the rub, he gets a WrestleMania match, and he gets the dub. But no. You put look at this. You put Bad Bunny on the card, right? A lot of Latinos and Latinas who live in Florida are going to buy a ticket to see Bad Bunny wrestle. It's Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny to the Hispanic culture is like, I'm trying to think of a real good. Cliff, give me a good one, because he's like to the American culture. He's like
he's like that random. I guess if you would have put like globally wise, like Latinos, like we appreciate him. It's kind of like how Justin Bieber would be.
I wanted to say, I was gonna say that like Justin Bieber, like, yeah, he's pretty hot on the charts, my guy.
They just started playing all of his music here in Baltimore.
Yeah, like my friend from college, she's Cuban, and she loves Bad Bunny, and so I actually knew of Bad Bunny before he came on WWE because of her, because every time on her Instagram story she's posting about how she's listening to Bad Bunny. So then she went to a Bad Bunny concert as well. So he's pretty a big deal. Especially if you're in that market in Florida. So makes sense. So Bad Bunny versus The Miz. Josh, who you got?
On Lapine.
What?
Good Rabbit.
The good.
He lets you go through that whole rant just so he could look up on Google how to say rabbit in Spanish.
That wasn't Spanish.
That was French. That was French.
Fuck you. Yeah, great. Go use the language that says, you know what? I don't want to get to this argument. We're not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. Fuck that. Fuck that.
I said Good Rabbit too. So.
The only good thing to come out of France was Daft Punk. I said it.
All right, moving on. Cesaro is going one-on-one with Seth Rollins. Who you got, Cliff?
I want to go with Cesaro. But Rollins is taking this nickname now, man. I'm kind of pissed about it. Yeah, I'm going to go with Rollins, but I really want to go with Cesaro.
I'm going with Rollins as well. Who you got, JJ?
Cesaro is the company's whipping boy.
Damn.
Like, do you guys expect him to get a W?
You didn't
I'm
have
surprised he even got a WrestleMania match.
You didn't have to be that blunt with it, though.
I know. God, what a dick.
It's serious. I'm so serious. Like, he is what he is.
You did not have.
That's how the company views him, and like it sucks. I think it's actually disrespectful because Cesaro is actually one of the best workers in the business. But he's the
who's
company
not going to have a
boy.
WrestleMania match?
Me.
Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander.
Who you got, Josh?
Okay. Let's talk, deep breaths. Okay. Who are we going about again? Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I just remembered. Yeah, Cesaro's losing. They're gonna have a good match. But Cesaro will never win anything because he's Cesaro. And the company hates him.
He wins tag titles.
That's all he wins.
Because he is the Bar.
I like the Bar. I miss them.
Bar was a dope team. All right, Raw Tag Team Championship match. They got the New Day versus AJ Styles and Omos.
Oh, Basic Becca is in the building.
Basic Becca's in the building.
Yep, she is. So we are talking about WrestleMania. That's what these nerds are talking about. And as far as that match goes, I'm gonna go AJ Styles.
Josh?
It seems today we're going to go with AJ Styles and Omos. Yeah, they're gonna win.
I'm going with there is something I got a real strong feeling that AJ Styles and Omos are not about to win, and Omos is about to stink the joint up. I don't want that to happen. I really have high hopes for him. You know, because I feel like we have all this anticipation for him to actually wrestle. We've seen a lot of stuff he's done on the outside. We've seen, but we haven't seen him work. I have high hopes. I don't want this to be the case, though. So I'm going to pick AJ and Omos. But something is telling me that it's just, it's about to be Great Khali all over again. So I'm going with AJ and Omos.
You know what? That's why I'm going to go with Omos, because it's going to be a Great Khali, and all he's going to do is 3 moves, and that's all he's going to need to do.
That's not okay.
Chop to the head. And then a vice grip.
That's not okay.
I remember with the Khali vice grip, they just zoom in on their head. They go.
Some have blood coming out.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
It's definitely okay. I'm good. You know what? Now that's all I want to see happen. Just because you said you don't.
You're all assholes. But you. Next match is actually the last match of night 1 is Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman in a steel cage match. I'm picking Braun. Let's just talk about Braun last year at WrestleMania won the Universal title. Now he's facing Shane.
And the only reason why he won it was because Roman was gone. The only reason.
Yeah.
Cliff, who you got?
Fun fact. Who's winning? Let's talk about who's losing. The fans. I'm gonna go. It's a steel cage match. I gotta go with Shane. Okay. It's gonna be something dumb, like he's gonna get sweaty and he's gonna fall out of his jersey again.
Okay. All right. JJ, what you got? About to call you Josh.
Shane's losing.
You picking who?
I said Shane is losing.
Shane's losing? All right, so Braun. All right, that's night 1.
Half of Shane, you know what I mean?
Oh man, we gotta get into night 2 though. Holy cow!
Yeah, that was just
4 nights if I had the pencil.
All right, we're legit doing 4 nights of if I had the pencil. This is never done before. Like I said, WrestleMania sized edition of the debate show. All right, so night 2. We got the Universal Championship match. Triple threat match, Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan versus Edge. JJ, who you got? It's funny because I had this debate with Prince yesterday on who's winning this match. And I legit laughed at him on who he thought was going to win.
Who did he think was going to win?
I'm not going to put out there what he said. I'm going to let him wait to do his picks when he sends it in. But I laughed at him.
The only reason why this logically could be a triple threat is for Edge to pin Daniel Bryan. And it protects Roman. That's the That's the only logical way on why this is a triple threat match. And for Edge to win. Edge is pinning Daniel Bryan. No debate.
I ain't going Edge.
No debate. There's no reason why this should be a triple threat unless you're protecting Roman. Simple.
Cliff?
Also, we should put it out there too. If you guys have a prediction and you want to be able to like just write in the comments and just let us know like who you guys think
absolutely.
Yeah, we'd love to have an interaction with you guys.
Absolutely.
For me, I'm gonna go.
Oh.
I'm taking Edge.
For a second, I thought you were going DB, but then I saw the hands. I was like, wait, that's not DB.
No, facts. He put his hands up before he did. I couldn't at first because his hands were like this, and I couldn't see, the fingers. So I thought he was doing the yes. I was like, oh my God, I'm about to laugh at you too.
This is deja vu all over again.
Like, I just had this conversation with French yesterday. Daniel Bryan is not winning.
Yeah, I gotta go Edge.
I'm sorry for anyone that thinks that Daniel Bryan is going to win. I'm sorry to bust your bubble. D. Bryan is not winning. He's there to take the pinfall. I'm going with Edge as well.
It's the only logical. It's the only thing that makes logical sense.
Yes. I think Edge is going to win, but I also see Roman retaining.
But DB's still taking that pin.
DB, regardless of whatever happens, Daniel Bryan's not walking out of Tampa Bay with a belt.
DB's still taking the pin regardless of who.
Regardless. Edge is not getting pinned. Roman's not getting pinned.
Nope.
Like, no offense to D. Bryan. Like, no, it's not happening at all. Alrighty. Raw Women's Championship match. Probably a sleeper that no one's really actually talking about a lot that they should be talking more about. Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. The Raw Women's Championship match. Who you got, Cliff?
My brutality.
All right, Rhea.
Yeah, let me get Rhea.
I'm going with Rhea as well. Someone's got to take the belt off Asuka. And ain't nobody else on that Raw women's roster is going to do it unless it's Ronda Rousey. JJ. Who you got?
Coming back.
Shut up, Josh. Ronda's going to come back. Yes, she is. I want y'all to remember this day. She's going to come back. I mean, she's still technically under contract, so.
Would you say on this day, you see clearly?
JJ, who do you have winning this match? I'm not fucking with Cliff today.
Alrighty, honestly, this.
You came back to the show. You have to deal with it.
Shit, I'm quitting again. Damn it, I'm gone. I'm quitting again.
Well, I guess I won't tell my pick, but I think Dana Brooke is more deserving of a Raw Women's Championship than Rhea Ripley is right now.
What are you smoking, dick?
Damn.
I don't like this build up at all. Anyway, back to my point. We went too big left field. Somebody's about to be mad at me, but I don't care. I'm pretty sure everyone hates me anyway. Yeah, Rhea's winning.
All that just to say Rhea's winning.
Right. Jackass. All right, we got The Fiend. 1-on-1 with Randy Orton. Who you got, JJ?
I'm so over this. The Fiend's winning. I'm so over this.
Cliff?
Let me in.
I'm so over this storyline.
Oh,
So the Fiend wins and Randy goes away for 6 months.
Yeah, that's the only logical thing that can happen. Like with all this, he has to go.
Nah,
He can't just go into another feud. Like nothing happened. It's just no. Yeah.
I think, yeah. I'm waiting for them to announce on Monday. Hopefully, they do this Monday that it's going to be the Firefly Funhouse match. I think that's the way you go about this. Like, I mean, that's mostly how the Fiends matches go, are the cinematic realm. I guess the real question is, how do you do that with a live crowd in a sense? But yeah, like I'm with you. This what like Bray has to win to kill the feud off at this point. Because what else do you do? Where do you go from this? So, I mean, he's already burned the motherfucker. They didn't brought pentagrams and reincarnation and you spitting out black goo. At this point, what do you do?
Had the seal of
I don't
Orichalcos
said that
coming
last
here.
week on the show. So, like, what else do you do?
Bro, they had the seal of Orichalcos.
Seriously, like,
Like, there's nothing you can
what
do.
more can you do? Like, instead of just put a gun to the man's head and shoot him in the head. Like at this point. So
They're not gonna film in this angle.
you're right, they're not. But I mean, that's the next best thing they got to kill. They didn't burn the man, and he's not dead. They didn't reincarnate him. So
I love the fact that he's like this superhuman slasher character, and they
yeah, same. I do like that. And the IC title, we got Biggie versus the Prince of Wakanda, Nigeria, Apollo Crews. Who do you got, Cliff?
I got Apollo Crews.
You got Apollo? Okay.
Apollo.
AJ, who you got?
Ipope! Ipope! Ipope!
I got Biggie.
So anticlimactic. I got Biggie.
All right, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. JJ, who you got? Oh yeah, Logan Paul's gonna be there too.
Who's that?
In Sami Zayn's corner.
Who's that again?
Exactly.
I'm not 13. Anyway.
13.
Maybe I'm pretty sure probably Kevin wins.
Going to Kevin. All right, KO. Cliff, who you got?
I'm taking Sami Zayn.
Sammy. I'm taking Sammy as well. I'm taking Sammy, and the finish is KO is jumping off the pirate ship and crashing and burning.
I say Logan pushes him off.
That's also a thing. I think that could also happen.
That's even better.
Yeah.
He says some stupid line right before he does it. Like he's like, "Hey, KO," and then Kevin turns around. He's like, "Walk the plank," and he just kicks him off.
Yeah, I'm changing my pick.
Like that's you're changing. No, what? Are you really? Are you serious? I mean,
After we all said that.
I mean, it's just us three. Are you changing your pick? I'm gonna.
Like the more I'm realizing, like it kind of doesn't make any sense. Like maybe if Logan Paul was in KO's corner. Yeah. I don't know why I came up with that. I was just thinking more like in the past of like KO, like he went toe to toe with Roman and all of that. But I'm just like, no one cares about that no more.
No, after a year, it doesn't matter anymore in WWE.
A year?
Not even a year. That was like 2 months ago.
Yeah,
a month ago. But like, still, it's just like you're getting like a younger fan base with Logan Paul, the Logan Bros or whatever they call them, whatever.
the Logan Knights.
That's what they're called.
No, I don't know.
I might have to ask somebody that is more expert in that particular field.
Oh, never mind. I had a great joke for this, and I realized like it's way too soon to say anything, so I'm not gonna say anything.
But yeah,
So you're picking Sammy, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You can't change your pick no more. All right, already change your pick. All right, cool. So last match for night 2, we got the United States Championship match. Riddle versus Sheamus. Cliff, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Riddle.
Or did you forget what you were going to say?
Oh, no. I knew what I was going to say. I just know that I'm not wanting to edit this again. So I'm just going to wait till after, and then I'll tell you guys what I was going to say.
Okay. Tell us all fair. All right. JJ, who you got?
Look, I thought this was like a clear one. Like, oh yeah, Riddle's winning. But after that debacle he pulled,
That was the best thing on Raw. You need to not stop that. You stop that right now. That was the best thing that happened.
I mean, it was the best thing that happened. I don't think Vince thinks that that's the best thing that happens on Raw.
I think he thinks it was the best thing
big
too.
guy in Stamford, Connecticut doesn't think that.
If he didn't think that, he wouldn't have let Bobby say what he said on Raw Talk. He wouldn't have let Sheamus recreate it and post it on IG. So if you did not know that those two things happened, you know now, because it was two great things that were said. Because Bobby even looked at Matt Riddle and goes, "Hey man, I had something to tell you, but I forgot what it was."
I saw Raw Talk MVP got on him. He was like,
Yeah. And then
I forgot. He's like, yeah, it happens. It happens. I'm
yeah,
like,
and then Sheamus like rolls up to Asuka on Instagram with his scooter, and he's like, "Hey, do you think these are very popular?" And he's like, "These are very popular in Ireland. Do you think they're gonna be very?" I forgot what I was gonna say. He just scoots off. I was like, "Yo, this was supposed to happen. This is great."
but I'm still going Matt Riddle. But I was talking to Chaz about it. I was like, bro, knowing Vince, he might get so mad and like, oh no, wait, messing up the script. That he might just be like, he might just lose that Mania just as payback. But I don't know, man. It could have been at work that it was all in the plan along. But yeah, I'm going Riddle.
I was so happy that happened. I was like, "Yo, this."
It was the best thing on Raw.
It was.
I had somebody
bad.
about it. Somebody had texted me the video of it and was like, "Yo, what the heck is this?" And I said, "Hey, sometimes when you smoke too much weed, you just forget your lines." I'm going with Riddle as well. Sheamus has been putting on bangers the past couple weeks. It deserves to be he deserves to be acknowledged for that. But I'm going with Matt Riddle. So that is 4 nights worth of If I Had the Pencil.
Golly. Just imagine we had a full crew. We would never get done.
Loki, I'm glad we didn't have a full crew. Now that we've done this, I'm so glad we did have a full crew. So with that being said, it's now time for the greatest segment in all of 3 Count Podcasting. It is now time for the Red Dogs Power Rankings.
JJ, you taking this way too far. You take this way too far again, man.
Fell out the chair.
I know. This man. All right, so let's get this started, right? Because this is probably going to be like one of the coolest lists that you guys get to hear. I don't know, probably so far this year. So let's get started with our honorable mentions as always. First honorable mention match, we're going to have to get it right off the jump. We have Thunder Rosa and Alex Garcia versus Sky Blue and Genocide at NWA Power. Also, by the way, I'm not going to lie. I'm not gonna lie, I'm also kind of impartial because I do like Sky Blue and Genocide. So when I saw them on, I was like instantly making this list. All right, so let's get into our second honorable mention, which is gonna be Ace Austin and Mad Max Fulton versus TJP and Josh Alexander on Impact. Great tag team match. It was a lot of fun. Moving on, honorable mention. And I'm sure you guys will like this because this is an honorable mention match. Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers versus Laredo Kid and the Lucha Bros on AEW. They made an honorable mention.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. Then we go into the next honorable mention match. We have Best Friends versus Kip Sabian and Miro on AEW. Arcade Anarchy match. Arcade, whatever. was a good match. I liked it. It was fun. Honorable mention: LA Knight winning a battle royale. It makes the list as an honorable mention. And then last honorable mention: Bianca Belair versus Carmella on SmackDown. So had a lot of fun with that. Moving into number 10, we do have Santos Escobar versus Tyler Breeze on NXT. I love this match. Just drag out. I just liked it. Number 9, Sami Callihan versus Larry D on Impact. This is great. Moving up, this is the first time this company has been entered into it. So actually, we just had NWA Power make their debut into this. This is going to be another one too. Rocky Romero versus Kevin Knight on New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong has made the list. Moving up, number 7, call it what you want. Myron Reed versus Daivari on MLW's Never Say Never. Number 6, I like this match a lot too. I'm sure you guys did. Chris Adonis versus Trevor Murdoch on NWA Power. So I'm actually kind of super glad that we're getting Power back and that, they're putting on these banger matches.
I love Power. That was one of my things. We always watched it this Saturday before the shows we used to do back in the day. Wink, wink, cough, cough. So Power is definitely definitely hyped that it's back.
So we get into number 5. Jacob Fatu versus Calvin Tankman. MLW Never Say Never.
My cousin. My ooze, Jacob Fatu. That's family right there.
Mm-hmm. Number 4. This was actually a really great match. I really enjoyed it a lot. Cameron Graves versus Roderick Strong on NXT. So we made number 4 spot. Number 3 spot. Let's be real. It was his first match in like 7 years. So Christian Cage versus Frankie Kazarian, AEW. The way they tore the house down off the jump, I was like, yo, I like him.
Can we talk about that for a second though before you continue? Like, I think Christian, for being away for 7 years, did not a bad job at all. Like, there's some hiccups, of course, but nobody's perfect. But I think I was shocked that he took the Spanish Fly, and I said, "Oh, Christian, calm down there, buddy boy. Whoa there." But it was really good. I really enjoyed seeing Christian wrestling again, and seeing him go through all his his signatures, the drop down, pow, and the frog splash. Then seeing the kill switch that they're calling I'm glad they're calling it the kill switch and not the Unprettier. I like the name, the kill switch, better than the Unprettier. But yeah, it was dope to see Christian back in the ring, and that was a really good match.
I did. I liked it. So that was number 3, and we had such high praise. What will be number 2? Easy. Sheamus versus Riddle on Raw.
Makes sense.
Just a drag out brawl, and I can't wait to see what they do at Mania. It's gonna be even better. But if that's number 2 and we're giving it high praise, who is number 1? Let's give it up to the person who just had their 1,000th match on Impact when James Storm defeated Eric Young. I say James Storm defeated Eric Young on Impact. So that is number 1 on the list, and that's your guys' power rankings for this week.
Bro, it's not a bad list. It's not a bad list this week. It didn't make me quit. So,
but you what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different promotions on the list. So we say it all the time. Like, if you guys have a match that you guys genuinely enjoy, send it to me. I'll watch it. If it goes in for the week, then we can definitely put it in on the week.
Yeah,
the only show I missed this week was NXT UK, and I know they had banger matches because I've been hearing so much about.
Yeah, I gotta get on. I gotta get on NXT UK. I started watching it in the beginning when it first started. I fell off after a while. I gotta get back on and watching it. I really do want to watch it. Prince has been telling. Prince watches it weekly. He loves it, so he keeps telling me, "Oh man, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it, bro. It's just dope." So hopefully, I'm gonna start watching it sooner or later. It's just so much fucking wrestling. I don't know how you do it, Cliff.
Yeah. I don't know how I do it either.
I admire how you do it because I don't even watch half of the wrestling you watch, and I'm already overwhelmed. So, not a bad list this week. It didn't
I
make
did say too, man, that for WrestleMania, we're probably gonna have a top 20, and there will probably be 5 honorable mention matches that go on there.
I think I can, and, you know, and then that's understandable. I mean, you're looking at Takeover and then WrestleMania as well. Because I'm trying to think if we would do a show WrestleMania Sunday, or would we do a show that day? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out by the middle of the week if we want to do a show that actual Sunday, or just take the week off and come back the next week after everything dies down.
Oh man, we have 2 lists to do. It's crazy, man. And
Yeah,
the
yeah.
crazy part is I took the whole week off. So I'm like,
Yeah, it's
there's so much wrestling still to watch.
Wow.
Not to mention, let's be real. Like, I don't know if you guys saw, but and I'm gonna throw my huge shout out. So shout out to Jeremy Gomez and like the work that he's doing at Generation Championship Wrestling out of Tampa, Florida. But they had originally had Storm Thomas versus Moose, and Shug D, right? But unfortunately, Storm Thomas, our thoughts are with you, man. That you get well, came down with tested positive for COVID, so they had to pull him out of the match. Shug D got moved into the championship match at Generation Championship Wrestling. And who did they bring in to replace against Moose? EC3.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah. So it's a lot of wrestling, man. It's a lot of wrestling.
I'm trying so hard to keep up with it all, but my head hurts, man.
No, I don't blame you. I'm gonna try to keep up with the indie wrestling, the indie shows that's happening this week as well. I'm gonna try to keep it. I said I'm gonna try. Don't quote me on the guys. I'm gonna try, because there's a lot of indie shows going on WrestleMania week, especially the collective GCW's going on right there down there in Tampa. So
I'm gonna crab wrestling.
A lot of our friends, Cliff, are going to Tampa this week to wrestle. So hopefully, I want them all. We pray that they all be safe when they go down there, and they kill it. So I'm gonna try to keep a tab on the indie scene down there, Tampa for Mania week. So maybe we'll do a little anything as well when we come back next week. Give a wrap up on that. But yeah, man, there's a lot of wrestling, this coming week. So definitely tune in to all the wrestling that's going on, whether it's NXT, Takeover, whether it's WrestleMania, Impact, AEW, NWA Power, whatever it is that you watch, and check out your indies, IWTV, guys. That's the best way to catch up on the indie scene. Or whether it's IWTV or Fight, definitely go check those out. Check out the indie shows. There's some banger matches that's going to happen on that show that you probably will like, even if you don't like what's going on in the WWE, or whether it's NXT, AEW. Definitely check out some indie matches on IWTV, whether it's IWTV Fight. I think there's some indie shows on BR Live as well.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, you got 3 platforms to check it out. You can get a free trial for all of these things, so you don't have to spend your hard-earned money to watch some wrestling. So definitely check that out. So with that being said, make sure you follow us, guys. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Clapper. What else social media do we have? We got everything. If there's a social media platform, ladies and gentlemen, the 3 Count Podcast is on there. So definitely follow us. It's probably the 3 Count Pod, or it's 3 Count _ Pod. It's always 3, the number 3. So definitely follow us there. For our YouTube, definitely give us a subscribe, like, comment, share the video. If you agree with some of our picks, if you disagree, let us know. If you disagree with Cliff's power rankings, let us know. We want to hear from you guys. Like, definitely, we like the interaction. Don't think that you're watching or you listen and it's just like, oh, whatever. I don't think that's a good match, or I would have put this and that. Let us know. We'll definitely take into consideration. Hell, you might be even on the show. We might bring it up and we might debate and talk about it. So definitely let us know what you're thinking towards what we have to say on the show. You got something, Cliff?
I totally forgot, man. We did have a fan question on TikTok actually get brought to us. If you could have, shout outs to Toxic Trent, who actually was one of our guests, his interview will be dropping here soon. If you guys could have, before we wrap this all up, if you guys can have any match from any promotion with any wrestlers, what would it be? And this was my answer, so I'll give you guys mine. So we had an interview with TJP. JJ will remember this. Yeah. He talked about a match in Canada that happened right?
Oh,
So it was Ultimo Dragon. It was Jushin Thunder Liger. It was himself, and then a young lion by the name of Okada. So Kushika Okada was on the show, but I would say that I want all those guys in the prime. But I would, and this part I would make a difference. I would have to take out TJP, and I want to put in Rey Mysterio because obviously Rey's like my favorite wrestler of all time. So that would be my list. That's my match. That's all I want to see.
Okay, so I got a triple threat match. I already know off jump the match I want to see. So the triple threat match that I would want to see would be Shawn Michaels versus Adam Cole versus AJ Styles. That's WrestleMania. That's a WrestleMania main event right there. You can throw in a ladder match if you want, but just a triple threat match between those three guys. That's my match I would want to see at WrestleMania. All right, JJ, what you got?
Actually, you know what? Leave TJP in there. I wanted a fatal 5-way. I like that. I like that idea. Let me get a fatal 5-way. All 5 of those guys in a ring together.
This is actually really hard. And I want to go different eras with this, you know?
All right, go ahead.
Okay, if I'm gonna grab someone from the Attitude Era, I'd say I'll take Austin. If I'm gonna grab somebody from Ruthless Aggression, I think I'll take Triple H. If I'm gonna take someone from, then I also take Cena. Honestly, this is too much, but I don't care. Okay, I take AJ. I want to take Okada as well. How many we're at?
That's 5. You got a 5.
Okay.
Okada. You threw me a wrench when you threw Okada in there. I'm like, ooh. I was with you. I was like, okay, cool. Austin, Triple H, Cena. Okay, cool. And then the other one you said AJ?
Yeah.
And AJ's like, okay, that's dope. Then he said Okada. I said, oh, that's a bad man.
I'm trying to make it 6. Huh.
Instead of 6-pack challenge.
Huh.
6-pack challenge.
I have another match I just thought about too. I want to see.
What we
as we're all sitting and thinking about it, I'm just fan.
The Undertaker.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Now you're talking clusterfuck, but
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. I would love to see it. You know what? I'm so upset this never happened. And you know, Undertaker and Okada would definitely be a dope thing to see. Just those 1-on-1. That's my second one. Okada and Undertaker. Okada and Cena. Okada and Rock.
I would get Okada versus Cena. Sign me up.
Okada. But I can raise you Okada and Cena to an Okada and Rock match.
The charisma, like in that match, is just
exactly same thing with Cena. Though the charisma, but that Rock and Okada, that's box office. That's you just
money.
That's just the.
No, that's Britt Baker. That's Britt Baker.
That's funny.
Let me get Drew McIntyre. Okay, current Drew McIntyre. Let me get Volta.
Ooh.
And then let me get Big E and Goldberg, just so I can see big man slapping meat. Forget your tough matches. I want my 5-minute matches.
No, just so we're more also for the women, I would do Sasha versus Britt Baker. I think that's money.
I can see that.
I think that's money.
If we're going women, and this will be the last one before we sign off. I got a tag match. I got a tag match for you. I got Tessa Blanchard and Charlotte Flair going against Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa.
I kind of like it. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
You
I'll
can, even, you can even go Tessa versus Charlotte, but we all want to see that. That's bound to happen.
right. Let me get. See, I like Sasha. Let me get. I want to do like all aspects of different kind of like era kind of styles. Let me get Sasha. Let me get AJ. Let me get Britt
Yeah,
as
Sasha and
well.
AJ. Yeah. That's the mic drop one. That's the mic drop, Cliff. Don't say nothing else. That's the mic drop.
You gotta throw Britt Baker in there too, man.
Yeah, you do. But the Sasha and AJ.
No, I know.
That's-
Sasha and AJ right there is just the one for me. Like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna. That's it. That's just right there. Sasha and AJ.
Yeah.
There's so many other bad women out there too. Like, especially in like Stardom. Like, I love watching, and I love Maki. I'm glad I got introduced to her. And I've been watching some of her past matches. But like, just let me get just the promos that those two could cut.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm stuck off the Sasha and AJ. You got me on that one. That's that. Yeah, I didn't know I needed to see that till now. Yeah, hopefully AJ comes back and we can get that match. Just a one-time only thing.
Man,
But
AJ was just. She just.
AJ was before her time. We've already established that AJ Lee
2 years, man.
2 years, and she dominated the business way before her time. So let's sound off. We didn't name like 12 different matches that we can do, for fantasy booking. So let's sign off here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, your nephew, your cousin. It's the Don. Chaz Evans here with the Red Dog of Red Dogs. He is the landlord of the Dog Pound. Cliff Red Dog Miller here with my little brother, Drip Master, dripping on these hoes, JJ. This is the 3 Count Podcast, our WrestleMania size edition debate show on a Saturday at that. So definitely tune in next week or the next week after that. We'll tell you whether we have a show next week or not, but definitely tune in. Tune in to NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver on Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday on the Peacock Network, Wednesday on USA Network, and Saturday and Sunday on Peacock for WrestleMania 37. Check out all the indies. Check out all the wrestling that's going on. Just watch wrestling. Life will be better if everyone just had more sex and watch wrestling. So with that being said, this is the 3 Count Podcast. Be there next week or be somewhere else.
Hey guys, it's the host of the 3 Count, Chaz Evans here. Make sure to let you know that I don't run shit, I don't do shit, I just talk shit. And make sure you subscribe to our podcast. What else should you do? You should also follow us on all social medias. That's the Facebook at 3 Count Podcast, the Instagram at 3 Count Pod, and the Twitter at 3Count_pod. Also, if you like us a lot, you should definitely buy a t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/3countpod, and that's the number 3. Don't be an idiot and type in THREE, because you're not going to find anything. So make sure you follow us at 3 Count Pod or 3Count_pod on Twitter and buy a shirt. Be there or be somewhere else.